What the fuck is his name again? Oh, which server did it just join? Oh shit. Smart move. What the fuck? Spearmaster, melee and tank. Melee and tank. Range melee. Range support. Range support. Melee support. Man looks cool, but I'm gonna go with the woman, of course, but... Doesn't say much what it is. Oh wait, there is a combat. Never mind. I forgot to charge my keyboard. Smooth. I have a USB splitter somewhere. If I can just get the cable out, that would be nice. Without breaking my nails. The fuck? There it goes. Okay, that's better. I'm just gonna make something myself. The fuck? We just pick a hair that is not in the face for a second. Oh shit. That's pretty creepy. Damn, that look creepy. I don't see the difference. Oh, there is. Wait, here. Wouldn't it be better without them? Don't see anything with the dress on.
Up early today?
Hey, of course. We need to be polite when the Jin League comes to the Taihua Mountains.
Oh my god, the mount.
Look, here come the others. What do you think? Which of us will awaken one of the legendary Blade Heart?
It is ridiculously cold here. Apparently I'm the only one who can save...
Apparently you're the only one that can save what?
Greetings, friends. It's been a good while. Look, I'm also summoner student now.
Oh my god, that voice though.
Sorry, I'm late.
I heard that the next battle in Jin Mausoleum is imminent.
We're here.
Wait, why are the subtitles when I'm not hearing anything?
In classic mode, the mouse cursor is always displayed. Hold the left or right mouse button and move the mouse to change the camera perspective. This mode is perfect for when you often need to click the interface. In action mode, the mouse cursor is hidden and the camera perspective changes when moving the mouse. Left and right clicking activates skills. This mode is more appropriate for combat.
Well, I don't know yet, so...
Hold W and move forward.
Okay, I definitely should have picked the other one. Is there a way to change that? Can I change it, please?
A marker above the head means there is a quest you can accept.
Ok, but I wanna... I do have a controller, but... Didn't even change anything, but okay. Of course, there are already a lot of stuff. Eh. Swords of Legends Online. Control. From casual to... What was it again? PvP or something? combat now.
Hey guys, it's Saru, and if you've been using a summoner or a bard and you've noticed that you actually can't use the action combat mode, it is actually intended, but there is a way to actually get into action combat mode for your class. So, let's get right into it. Blessing, which is the healer spec, you can switch on over, and you'll notice that I can't actually use action combat. If I press control, it won't even work, but there is actually a way. So if you go over to your chat and you write /act, a pop-up will appear that says, would you like to go into healing actions mode? And you'll automatically activate the action combat mode. Now there is a thing, if you put it again, we'll just say basically that's deactivated healing mode. That just means that you're
What the fuck?
automatically locked into action combat and you can't even use control anymore. So what you want to do is just activate it, and that way you can actually use control and not use control if you need to use your UI or something like that. So I hope that helped you guys, and if you're a healer and you're
Not
liking the
yet.
action combat, let me know what you think in the comments below. Alright guys, thanks for watching.
I'm just getting a lot of different shit when I'm googling.
Hello everyone, welcome back.
I don't care, I just want to switch the thing from casual to the other one. Whatever, I will find it out later, I guess.
Hold the right mouse button and drag the mouse to adjust both view and character direction.
Yes, but I just want to do it automatically when I'm moving. The fuck way?
My dear Lilana, you and Kunwuzi have accepted our invitation to come here. We are honored to welcome you to Taihua Mountain.
I'm only here for fun. It's up to Kunwuzi to find a suitable place for the Bladeheart fragments of the 3 famous swords.
Good. When the important matters are taken care of, we will go to the Lunar Dew Rocks and celebrate our reunion with wine and flowers.
Hell Elder of the Banner.
Carefully groomed, good manners. It looks like there are some new talents among the students. But entering the Diandan stone house is not so simple. Follow the mountain path and climb to the peak. When you get there, talk to Hao Tsang. He'll explain what needs to be done.
Okay. Accept. Hold up. Hey! Mentor? God damn it. I typed it in the wrong chat. Left, right, right, triangle, down, circle, what the fuck? I can't talk in the roll chat yet. Already kinda annoyed, not gonna lie. Jesus. Okay, I'm not gonna even touch that. Menu, game settings, shortcut settings, unstuck, support, alright, good game. I've been here. So it's not this. Advanced maybe? How the hell do I change it? There isn't even an option here. Jesus. It's already on default, so what the fuck. I don't know. I'm gonna give up for now. I'll just wait for someone to tell me later.
With the exception of Shenren and Shisha, I really don't know. We need to ask for her help this time.
Am I supposed to wait?
Regular mortals won't be any help to you in the search for your father.
That's true, but these days Mount Taihua is visited by so many people, it's always very busy. Do you really think Shenron and Shisha would have time for us?
There's no point wondering about it. We'll just have to try.
Okay, that was it, I guess. Nice. Already being saved. Okay, yeah. What the fuck? What was his name? Hong Chang? F in the
Greetings.
chat.
I'm Hao Tsang, a
Oh.
Moist from the Valley of 100 Grasses. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, Grandmaster student and the next leader of the Valley of the 100 Grasses. What the fuck?
Just call me Hao Tsang.
Alright, Hong Chang. I don't fucking know.
The Chen League is gathered today for one reason only. The swords in the Qindan Stonehouse. It is possible that one of the new students among you will succeed in awakening a Bladeheart. However, only one of you who is in harmony with one of the legendary swords can enter the Qindan Stonehouse.
It's probably me then.
Go to that cliff over there and collect sword intent by absorbing the essence of the Phantom Blades. Use your sword intent to light the lamp of revelation. When your spirit is pure, it will reveal the levitating bridge to you, which leads to the Red Dawn podium.
I understand. Give me rewards. F's in the chat. Nah, just kidding. How the fuck is this casual? It's actually harder to even control it. Is it control? It is control. Jesus Christ. I mean, like, looking for it for like so long.
The last time the Qin League formed was to complete the Jiandan Stonehouse. That was 30 years ago. 30 years have passed since the last battle with the Qin Mausoleum. Ever since then, the legendary swords have resided in the Jiandan Stonehouse.
Mother's not even moving.
The Fallen still litter this place.
I hope they will serve as a warning to all the students who will be trying their luck today.
Greetings, Namchun. My name is Nai, and I'm a Reaper student. F.
Polite empty phrases don't work with me. Let's just get straight to the point. You've proven that you have a pure spirit and crossed the levitating bridge. The portal to the Jiandan Stonehouse is now open. When you have arrived, look for the Bladeheart fragments and try to join your spirit with it. If it's meant to be, one of the legendary Bladehearts will find you.
Indeed. Nice, indeed.
Approach the sword platform and press F to connect with the sword platform. Approach and sense the Bladeheart. Press F to sense the Bladeheart fragment.
Oh, what was the noise? Is there someone else here? I didn't even notice the...
Is dead. Why am I here?
Because I'm here, bitch.
A long dream. When can I finally wake up?
A few seconds. No problem.
Spirit Strike is a melee skill. You can use it to attack when you're close to the target. Left click to attack the target with Spirit Strike. Moonsickle is a special skill that consumes edge and inflicts heavy damage to targets in a direct line in front of you.
You can see phantoms? We can talk later. For now, I want to see your abilities. Destroy these phantoms of the Eternal Army and show me what you've got.
Wait, what? Received skill.
Passed my test. Don't be mad. I will teach you how to meditate properly, such that you can truly control the chi within you.
Well, that goes fast.
Finally, someone has come.
Who are you? I don't
For the
fucking know.
living. All that was 30 years ago. Do you see? You and I are united in harmony. Your spirit resonates with mine. Let me show you what happened. If you want to see the end of it, at that time the Qin League had hundreds of members. Students of cultivation from all 3 schools fought side by side in the Qin Mausoleum, and not a single one survived. Not even the 3 great swordmasters. Each one of them fell victim to one warrior in the Eternal Army, the demon dragon Yaosha.
Yaosha.
These warriors are phantoms, figments born of my imagination. If you're the person I'm waiting for, you'll have no trouble destroying them.
A solitary tree reaches into the sky towards the lonely moon. These putty warriors are no threat to us. Quick, get down to the lower level and strengthen the seal. We can't let the dragon break through.
Demons, here you will meet your maker.
I'm a blade-hard fragment of the sword.
Spellsword has 9
With the rest of my soul force, I watched you and led you here. Is your soul prepared to merge with mine? Are you ready to wield your heart as a sword? Ready? So be it. Come. Awaken me.
Ooh. No. Why are you doing this to me? Her mouth is not even opening. And she's making all those noises. The fuck?
collected the blade heart fragments?
Maybe.
You seem to share a destiny with the sword.
I have a fucking...
Even though the sword is damaged, it was once a
What?
divine weapon. And although you only absorbed a small quantity of the blade heart, it grants you enormous power.
Is the blade heart in my body?
Yes. Breathe in deep, hold your breath briefly, and find your concentration.
Hold my breath. Concentration. Concentrate.
You're disturbing my dreams. What do you want from me?
What was that? I heard a voice.
That's the blade heart fragment talking to you. The blade heart has been the companion of many a skilled warrior in countless battles. I think it's witnessed almost as much as my master has. Unfortunately, only a tiny fragment resides in you. I fear neither its soul force nor its memory is complete.
Oh, this man seems to know a lot. He is right. My soul force hasn't recovered yet, and I need peace and quiet. Do not disturb me unless something serious happens.
Alright.
Hey? Do you sense movement out there?
I sense a oppressing aura.
Go. Let's go take a look.
Yes. Yes, 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 yes.
Now entering vehicle mode, you have acquired special vehicle skills. Take the prompt and press Q to attack the target. Drag the mouse to adjust the camera.
我来控制腾云驾雾7号，你用这门落火龙鳞炮拦住地下。
Whoa.
I've heard the great demon Huang Yu is locked inside the Taiwa instance. That's why the demons are attacking so ferociously. They want to free Huang Yu. Usually they don't do much damage. But this time, they brought some massive beasts with them that spread negative chi. Monsters like that are rare. And now they're appearing at Taihua Mountain? These monsters here are just the vanguard. Their aim is to destroy the Sword Guardians and break the seal. You go to the Sword Guardians first, and destroy the monsters with negative chi. I'll take care of their leader.
The fuck you just dropped me off here.
Genren Nanshun, we succeeded in pushing back the other monsters surrounding the 4 Sword Guardians for now. But, well...
What happened?
What happened?
I won't lie. These creatures, part human and part demon, dripping with dark chi. They're evil students from the southern regions, and are also known as Devastators.
If that is true, then this is no ordinary attack. And we don't know where the master is, nor has the seal been strengthened yet.
A message bird lands on his hand. Where? Brother Hongqing.
The Valley of 100 Grasses has been attacked. the attackers. They may be a whole army of devastators. Valley Master Ying is already on his way there.
What?
The situation is serious. I must leave immediately.
Of course. I will muster the Qin League members and dispatch them to support the Valley of 100 Grasses.
Thank you, Genren. But the demons we forced back were only a small part of the vanguard, and their main attack forces will arrive later. The Taiwa instance...
Don't worry. I will activate the power of the 5 Sword Guardians now to form the Mountain Protection Formation. No matter how powerful these monsters are, they won't get so much as one step closer to the instance. Take them with you. As soon as the formation is in place, untested students will no longer be able to come and go as they please.
What? I will no longer be able to come to the Taihang Mountain?
Don't worry. Once Genren Nanshun has defeated the monsters with the help of the Sword Guardians, then I'll send Lieutenant Liu to pick you up with Cloud Rider number 7. Let's go.
Oh, he must be here. Wang Yu, my darling, wait for me.
Wait for me. Oh. Each school also Ascends Master can reset your Asta points and something.
Valley of 100 Grass.
Damn, that was fast.
No, something dreadful has happened. Ugh. I need to get moving quickly. Be careful, everyone.
Let's do some fighting.
Welcome. Did you come here on Cloud Rider number 7 with Hao San? No wonder you were so fast.
Hong San said that a great horde of Devastors is invading the Valley of the 100 Grasses.
Devastators.
Devastators or whatever.
So that's what you call those half-human, half-demon terrors. No matter what they're called. In any case, these demons and blight beasts suddenly appeared in Cheqiansi village. It was truly a horrible battle.
And what's the situation now?
Fortunately, General Qing Yang and the Berserker students were able to stop them in time. And the Grand Master also returned in a hurry. Now we have almost completely destroyed the Devastators and the Blight Beasts.
Blight Beasts? Can I help at all?
At the moment, Grand Master Ying Mofang is at the Memorial of Loyal Souls and is organizing our next steps. It would be best for you to go to the Grand Master and follow his instructions.
Indeed.
You have learnt Light Sprint. Press W twice to sprint.
The enemy has devastated the valley. Even the lunar crown tree was damaged. Only in recent decades have our researchers revealed small progress.
be the gifted student, our upcoming talent. The Valley of 100 Grasses will be invincible with you at our side.
I am honored by your fate, Valley Master Ying.
I see you have found your way to the Chin League as a stroke of great fortune. But that sword is no easy burden. Its former bearer was a trained swordmaster, and yet now he lies dead in the Chin Mausoleum. The demons are powerful.
Thank you for the motivation. I will do all that I can to meet your expectations, Valley Master Yang.
Good. The Valley of 100 Grasses desperately needs support, so I'll dispense with further formalities and ask you outright for your help. You came without some, so do you already know who our enemies are?
I already got acquainted with them on Tai Ha Mountain.
Outstanding. According to Hao Tong's news, those dark chi-soaked half-demons are called Devastators.
Dark Chi?
Yes, it's also known as negative chi. Though chi itself is neither good nor bad. But there are some who use it for evil deeds. Let's discuss these things later. As far as we know, these Devastators followed the Blight Beasts and invaded Chorchense village en masse. That's
Young Master Ying, Valley Master Ying, you said you were able to fend them off.
We've only pushed them back for the moment. And the Blight Beasts are poisoning everything around them. They leave the earth scorched wherever they rampage. Chorchense village has already suffered heavily. Fortunately, there weren't many Blight Beasts, and we were able to defeat them all. Only a few Devastators are left, prowling Chorchense village. But the biggest problem is the 3 magical formations.
What sort of formations?
Normally, the Valley of 100 Grasses is surrounded by a barrier, which is extremely hard for enemies to break through. But now, they've managed to place 3 magical formations in Chorchense village. That's weakened our barrier. Along with eradicating the pestilence brought by the Blight Beasts, the most important thing now is to break those 3 formations, so that the enemy can't invade again. Our Mohist scriptmaster, Haijotsu, the Shadow Elder of Magic, is puzzling out a method for destroying the enemy formations right now. But he's already very old.
Very old,
Perhaps
yeah.
you can be of help to him.
I will give Elder Hai my assistance.
Right-click the equipment to equip it.
Hao Tsang sounded very serious when he mentioned the Devastators, and he didn't know where they could have come from. Once this battle is over, I'll have to ask him.
I'm too old. I can't.
There's always an old man with back pain.
Treasures of the ancestors. We can only place our hopes in Chanshin's automaton.
I understand the soulfire automaton isn't affected by the poison or dark chi.
The automaton needs huge amounts of soul stones, however, and the reserves we have aren't enough. We need to acquire yellow soul stones from the stone sprites of the plateau of the Tiger's Paw.
Elder Hai, I can handle part of this test for you. Can I handle a part of this test for you?
That's very friendly of you. Chansing has already set out for Chushangze village, and the Shadow Elder of Automata, Zhong Shangmu, is currently working on the core module for the blasting automaton. If you'd like to help, collect some yellow soul stones and take them to the automaton scholar called Mogun, who is waiting up ahead at the crossroads.
Okay. Consider it done.
Elder Hai, what is so special?
Now, however, the
Elder
magic
Hai,
power of the
What is so special about these magical formations?
According to my weary memory, this formation was set up with the ancient runes of the Plague Goddess. It can absorb dark chi from every direction, and is therefore called Darkness Defeats Light. Now, however, the magic power of the Valley of 100 Grasses is fed by light chi, as are the Curse Barrier and the sacred weapons of Shenong. That is why our first attempts to break the formation were in vain. In theory, light and dark chi are like the ebb and flow of the tides. If one becomes stronger, the other loses power. If we want to break the formation, we need a huge amount of light chi. Thanks to the poisonous blood of the Blight Beasts, the area surrounding the magical formation has been filled with dark chi. But the Moists also draw their magic powers from nature.
Thus, it'll be difficult to apply enough strong magic in this contaminated area.
It doesn't look good for us. Fortunately, Yu Chanxing, a lieutenant from the engineers, has designed a mechanical warrior. It just needs to be charged with enough soul force, then it can generate a soul fire and use that to detonate the formations.
Elder Hai send you to bring the yellow soul stones? Good, you can take them to Elder Jun Shangmu. He's already waiting impatiently at the Graveyard of Martyrs.
Why at the graveyard?
Oh yes, you don't know yet. Elder Jun Shangmu and I were just building the core module in the nearby Yuang village. But then that stone sprite suddenly stormed into the village. Fortunately, Shang Feiyu, also known as the Cloudbreaker Swallow, came to our aid along with the Berserker students. They escorted us to the Graveyard of Martyrs, together with the villagers.
I understand. I will be on my way immediately. Immediately.
Yensa, just explain what has to be done.
Yellow soul stones. This amount should be enough, but the quality is substandard. I fear the soul force isn't pure enough.
How can I find pure yellow stones?
Hang on, I don't know you at all.
Well, excuse me? I'm a new Reaper student. I flew here to the Valley of the 100 Grasses with Hong Chang in order to help.
Oh, are you the one who flew here on Cloud Rider number 7 with Hao Tsang?
Hong Chang,
Well,
Chang,
if
Chang,
Hao Tsang
Chang.
trusts you.
I don't fucking know.
The stone sprite that devastated Yuang village belonged to the peaceful stone giants who I've been training in cultivation for 100 years. The dark chi drove them to madness.
Can we get a high quality stones by destroying the stone giants?
Yes, I guess so.
I'll take care of it.
Very good.
The hell is this dude
Now,
doing though?
Soul Stone, then we'll have all 5 soul stones together, and we can light the soul fire. Miss Ying, what did you just say? How can we get hold of the Frost Soul Stone?
Frost soul stones come from the frost leopards that live on Panorama Hill.
Oh,
They're actually not hard to get a hold of. Our problem, however, is that the Devastators recently invaded there and injured quite a few frost leopards. Those creatures have been living in the Valley of 100 Grasses for generations and consider it their territory. They're like part of our family and basically very trusting. If you help them to heal their wounds, they'll give you frost soul stones in gratitude. I have a healing past for my spirit animal here. Take it with you and use it to treat the frost leopard's wounds.
I will do.
Wait a moment. Once you've collected enough Frost Soul Stones, take them together with the Yellow Soul Stone and this core module to the Lieutenant of the Astral Sea Division, Mo Hong Hu. You'll find her at the entrance to Tiansu village.
Understood.
And another thing. Those frost leopards are masters in camouflaging themselves. They hide in the tall grasses. You'll have to look for them carefully.
What do you mean? I'm just getting guided by them. Just heal half of them.
Who is this standing before me?
Your mom. Greetings, Lieutenant Mo. My name is Nai.
Aren't you? You must be the highly promising up-and-coming talent that Hao Tsang mentioned. If these weren't exceptional circumstances, I'd love to talk to you at greater length. Well, we'll have time to talk later.
The Shadow Elders of Automata asked me to bring the core menu and the heart's soul stones.
Plus the 2 Shangfei you just sent. Now all that's missing is the Orchid Soul Stone that I'm responsible for. The fact that it's my fault our defense maneuver has been delayed makes me deeply uncomfortable. I've already dispatched 2 soldiers to find an Orchid Soul Stone. Wang Er and So Jun are seasoned, reliable soldiers. If they don't return soon, we'll have to assume that something must have happened to them. I have to stop those Devastators trying to storm the Valley of 100 Grasses. Would you go to the North River for me and look for the missing soldiers?
Consider it done, Lieutenant Mo.
Hao Tsang just said that if the blasting automaton doesn't work, Lieutenant Yu can interpret the soul force of the magical formations directly with his family's unnamed sword. That sounds like a way out.
But you're wounded.
Will you take it for Lieutenant?
Where's the blood though?
Damn Devastators!
quick! That's the Orchid Brook Soulstone mentioned in Lieutenant Moe's orders. Even if it's just a fragment, please return the Soulstone to her and tell her that as soon as I've got my strength back, I'll join her right away and admit to my failure.
Oh my god.
Understood. I'm going to send some people to bring back the wounded brother. Lieutenant Yu is with Bai Xin, the Huaishuang swordbearer in Chuqiansu village. They're preparing to destroy the magical formation of the Devastators. Hao Tsang is currently preparing to bring the core module and the 4 other soulstones to the village. Run to him quickly before he sets off, and give him the Orchid Soulstone too.
I'm just going to help you, Chen Qing. And you almost cleaned out Elder Shao's entire apothecary. But that scent pouch... smells just like the sleeves of your clothes. I will always carry it with me.
Lovers.
Good. That eases my mind a little.
Oh yes, Qingar. There's something else that I wanted you... No, it's not important now. Let's talk about it when I'm back. And you'll take care of yourself, won't you?
There's no need to worry. I'm a healer after all.
Amazing.
That's true. Then I'll make my way there now.
Good. Please come back soon. I'll be waiting for you at home.
It's you.
It's me.
Very well done. Now we have everything together. I'll go to you, Chen Qing, and then we'll use the Soul Fire Automaton to detonate the enemy's magical formations.
Wait, what was the other quest though?
Follow me.
Follow me. Why is he dying?
I'm fine.
Your face is like thunder. I can see you're not fine. You're not going anywhere like that.
If I told you to go home now and get some rest instead of tending to the poisoning victims from the village, would you listen to me?
Yeah.
Me?
Fine, Qingar. Don't worry. I'll be back. It's urgent. I have to go now.
Well, Tsang, I think something's wrong with him. I need to ask you something. Please follow Hao Tsang and see how he's doing. I've been learning the medicinal arts of the Moas ever since I was a child, and I can see that this is no ordinary wound. I am his wife. He can't hide anything from me.
Amazing.
I can't wait until he returns. I beg you, protect him. I climb the southern mountain and pick fresh Asmunda shoots there.
Let me just finish the other quest first. Nice.
Hey, it's dangerous here. What are you here for?
For my mom, I followed Hang Chen with the intent to destroy the enemy's magical formations here.
And now you're worried about Haotsang. Look, these are the remains of one of the magical formations. Haotsang just called it the Nine Dragon Formation. He and Ye Changxing did it. They blew it up. They're already on their way to the next formation. You don't need to be afraid. Ye Changxing's automaton will destroy this Nine Dragon Formation with ease. There's no need to rush.
But he's injured, I would better be
Not so
quick.
fast. Now that you're here, you can help me eliminate the remaining devastators here first. And the residual negative chi needs to be destroyed too. Look at me. I am a doe spirit in the form of a human master, and I still can't fight well. But I can teach you a spell to expel the negative chi.
Okay. Ah.
Haotsang is still highly skilled. He blew up the formation faster than I could blink.
My little friend.
My little friends even.
Very skilled. There's just one more thing. Do you see the rune of the Plague Goddess there in the eye of the formation?
No.
I have been suppressing it for a long time using Shenong's secret magic. If you go to the rune and speak this spell again, you can destroy it for good.
Sure, why not?
Haotsang says the Nine Dragon Formation was created using dark arts from the Seven Realms. He's still so young, and has already been through such a lot. Well done. Also, do I sense in your presence the sword mana of the sword? Oh, you were just in the Jiandan Stonehouse, right? How quickly time flies. A moment passes by and already the second battle in the Qin Mausoleum is 30 years in the past. I can still remember the first battle well. 900 years ago, when the Sword Masters sacrificed their lives to beat back the Eternal Army. With a young, up-and-coming talent such as you, perhaps the hope of the three Sword Masters and the immortal Lanyao Qi will be fulfilled. I will pray that you are always protected on your journey and return in one piece. Well, since you are protected by a famous sword, you'd better be on your way to the next Nine Dragon Formation. The experience that you gather today will pay off in battle against the Eternal Army. Devastators? If my master was still alive, then these beasts would have been beaten long ago already.
That's a blight beast! Careful! Its blood is poisonous! Don't touch it! Agreed. We'll hold down the beasts while you quickly insert the core module in Chen Xing's automaton and activate it with the power of the Soul Stone. No matter, Chen Xing. Lieutenant Yu will tell you what to do.
Wait, Chen Xing?
Oh, aren't you the new hope of the Qin League? Your reputation precedes you.
Now is not the time for praises. Instead, think about the unnamed sword that Master Yu bequeathed to you. If only you'd inherited his love of swordsmanship. Then our chances would be better now.
Hao Tsang, we should concentrate on what's most important right now.
Enough talking. We need to hurry. Not even all our forces combined can stop that beast for
They
long.
don't even look like they're breaking out of sweat.
You're right, Wei Wei. I've already calibrated the mechanical warrior and set the firing angle. Now we just have to ignite the soul fire. To do that, activate the 5 soul stones in the automaton's core module. The sword is full of negative chi and will affect people's consciousnesses. Be careful.
No. I'm a Moist. Please, the sword. I can't. Wait. Just give me more time. More... Teacher. Singar. Tell your father that the things he wants will come a little later.
Hao Tsang? Where are you going?
Hao Tsang, come back now. We can't control that guy anymore.
You took the Qinchi seal, which is the key for the automaton lock. Hao Tsang, stop!
What?
Anyone who comes close will be killed.
Be careful! It's Mei Jia. I saw her on Taihua Mountain. She's very powerful.
You do know something.
Damn it.
Tianqing, control yourself.
God, I'm confusing this whole cutscene stuff.
Finally, you're awake.
The fuck, I didn't... What?
Hao Tsang, that bastard. What the hell has gotten into him? I'll go and find him now and ask him some serious questions. Wait, that blight beast didn't injure you, did it?
I'm fine.
Good. The third formation may have disappeared along with Mei Jia, but there are still some devastators and negative chi.
Don't worry. Leave it to me.
That's how I know my Wei. Then I'll go look for Hao Tsang now. Quickly, ride the mechanical deluge dragon back to the Memorial of Loyal Souls. Report what just happened to the Grand Master.
B. Oh shit, I was not meant to do that.
Friends who came to help you, please go to the Moist student at the front to report for duty. I repeat, please go to the Moist student at the front to report for duty.
The Grand Master has just received a message. Someone has entered the Temple of Wisdom. The Temple of Wisdom is a place of huge significance for the Moists. So the Grand Master has left for the temple immediately to see what is going on. If you consider that the disaster in Chershen's village happened at almost the same time. Yes, I fear there is connection between these two events.
Is that so?
The one fighting with the Grandmaster is Major?
Stay calm. Protecting the Hall of Wisdom first is more important.
Yes.
Aha. The attack on Chuqianse village and the breaking into the Temple of Wisdom here are just a diversion. You still don't get it? The enemy's true objective is the unnamed
Well,
sword from
sorry,
Yue
Jesus
Palace.
Christ.
If he really is involved, then the Maoist magistrate will punish him for it. Jun Xiangmu reacted much the same. Whether he is our friend or foe doesn't change the fact that Hao Tsang is at Yue Palace right now. Go there and find out the truth yourself. Yes, if you could help us to put out this big fire while you're heading over there, we would be very grateful. Use...
Oh. Click the ruin rain, but how? Where is it? Oh, wait.
So... Don't go inside. Lieutenant Yue said that he wanted to clear up this matter with Hao Tsang alone. Oh no, maybe Qian Xing is no match for him. Okay, go and help Qian Xing. But getting inside the palace isn't going to be easy. Perhaps you'll have to fight your way through demons blocking your way. Good luck. I'll guard the outer area in the meantime.
Okay.
Lieutenant Yue and the Huaishuang sword are hiding in the treasury on the upper floor of the Yue Palace. Hao Chang has just gone there too. When we saw Hao Chang's strange look, we wanted to stop him, but he was too strong and hurt us.
Tianjin, you alright?
没事，但浩苍他很不对劲。
Stop playing. Get the sword.
The fuck?
我家的无名之剑，你别碰它。
Then my ass comes in. Maybe?
When I was 15, my father gave me the unnamed sword and admonished me to keep it safe. If he knew I had lost the sword, he would wring my neck.
Nice.
No, I'll have to fetch Hao Tsang back.
You're injured.
I'm still alive, and that's enough.
I'm coming with you.
We'll leave the remaining Devastators in the temple to you.
Okay. I guess. It's kinda slow with all the quests. But I guess that's normal for the beginning of a game.
Hao Chang, why did you come here? Where is Chen Qing?
The holy tree of Shen Nong. Could it withstand the blow of the divine sword of Fu Shi?
Duck, quick! Oh, Daddy! Brother Hatsung! You!
I thought that was his wife. Well, didn't he have enough time to dodge?
I've severely damaged the Lunar Crown tree. Father's mission was already completed. Those people are all headed straight into their own graves. We could also do that later.
Stay calm. We will repair the barrier of the Lunar Crown tree together.
Now entering vehicle mode. You have acquired special vehicle skills. Drag the mouse to adjust the camera.
The Lunar Crown tree has been damaged. The Valley of 100 Grasses is facing the greatest crisis in its history. I don't know if the Grand Master will be able to find a solution for it. Then it means the end.
The end. Hmm.
Hey, Inform the Grand Master about the location of Lieutenant Yue, and place these automata in the Lunar Crown Pond to cleanse the water of the Devastator's negative chi. The Yue Palace was so heavily damaged that Qian Xing and the others would be shocked if they came back now. I'll take care of the repairs.
Mohist, Grandmaster. What have I, Ying Mo Feng, done to deserve that title?
Buds bloom and then wither away. Every spring is inevitably followed by a winter. Even a clever girl like Qing'er can't escape destiny.
Like who?
She got infected by the Blight Beast poison while she was healing the wounded, and is now fighting for her life. I've already done everything within my power, but... Back when Qing'er and Hao Tsang had their wedding, the flowers were blooming and thriving so magnificently in the Valley of 100 Grasses. I never thought that so much could change in a year.
Father.
The fuck?
Master. Hao Tsang. Has he still not returned? Wait. Patiently. Please, go to the Lunar Crown Pond and collect a handful of lunar lotus seeds for me. An old recipe for a strong medicine. I've never actually tried it before, but I don't have a choice. The medicine is my last chance. The gods will decide whether it works or not.
Grandmaster, the Blight Beast's poison is too potent.
The Lunar Crown Tree won't be able to withstand it much longer.
The Valley of 100 Grasses is no longer up to this situation. It looks like it's time to call on the Qin League.
She's already on the way to Cloud Rise to put together a rescue plan with Master Kun Wutze.
Thank you for bringing us this warning so swiftly. Come with us to Cloud Rise. You can ride up front on the Lushu.
Wait, what? I'm doing the other quest now.
Elder Chao, you just said that Qing Ar.
It's quite windy up here. Hold on tight.
You don't need to rush. Come and tell me who you're looking for. Since the Valley Master of the Valley of 100 Grasses has invited you, please proceed through you. Well, do you still have any questions? Oh, I almost forgot this is your first time here. Since the era of Goddess Lan Yaoqi, 900 years ago, we did much to improve Cloudrise. And that's why we have such elegant houses and beautiful scenery today. It really is very easy to get lost if you don't have any guidance. The gateway in front of you is Yingshen Gate. It might look normal, but Venerable Lan Yaoqi has cast a special enchantment on it. No one with evil intentions can pass through it. After Yingshen Gate, you got the Lotus Terrace. There's a white lotus on the terrace that is fragrant, clear, calming, and our dear Cloudrise's treasure. On the other side of the Lotus Terrace is the Yaotian Palace. The name is our homage to the goddess. It's the most important place in Cloudrise. Every elder will go there to discuss important matters. You guessed correctly. It's there too, of course.
Here. I appear to have been here before. Originally, it was...
Yes. It was what? That was all?
Unfortunately, I can't come. I'm in a secret realm. Sorry.
Kind of you, Shenren. The Taiwa instance is very important. Of course, you pay great attention to it.
Indeed. The Lunar Crown Tree may not be ignored. I've already heard about the business with Churchin-Sur village from the Grand Summoner.
I never would have thought the Blight Beast is so poisonous that even the Divine Tree of Shenong would not be able to resist.
Valley Master, how is the Lunar Crown Tree?
Although many protectors are
The
working
hell?
together, the Lunar Crown Tree has temporarily lost its soul consciousness. I'll discuss Taihua Mountain and the Valley of 100 Grasses are thousands of leagues apart, yet they were attacked one after the other by the devastators.
Genren Nanshun, how is the Taihua instance?
There are no problems at the moment, but the 10-year reinforcement deadline is approaching, and no one knows. Everything is complicated today. Not just Meijia, but the devastators, full of negative chi, also really surprise me.
Yes, Shenren. The most urgent thing right now is to find out
Grandmaster!
where these... Lieutenant Yue, what is wrong with you?
You've ordered the Moists to seize Hao Tsang. Why didn't you tell me?
Jianqing.
I can clearly distinguish between the righteousness and the small affection. Besides, what he took away was the nameless sword of my family. Don't worry, I'll bring back Hao Tsang. It's all solely because of him that my Chinger is always so worried about him. The unnamed sword is a treasure which has been passed down through our family for generations. It was forged by combining the divine sword Morning Glory and the ancient sword Shadowban, and can break through any magical structure.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Hey, when the Master left us, she left behind countless texts. They have been accumulated and arranged by scholars over the last 900 years. Now there are as many ancient scriptures in the Langhuan Pavilion as there are stars in the sky. It's not easy finding records of the Devastators and negative Qi in such a short time. Go to the Langhuan Pavilion and ask the scholar Chang Shuefeng for clues. I'm Lilane, follower of the goddess Lan Yao Qi.
Devastators. Negative chi. Second shelf on the left, third compartment, volume number 5. Check in the 5th chapter.
The fuck? The country of Tensu has a long and storied history. It has produced many wise scholars and established a custom of doing good deeds and ensuring justice. In the past, we didn't have any contact with the country, and its territory does not border on the Middle Kingdom. The classic work Mountains and Seas makes no mention of it, and neither does the chapter on foreign envoys. Master Shang Tseng regrets that he hasn't been to Xingyun when he was growing up. He thought about Buddhist pets and wanted to visit the deer park, and so he pulled on his rope to go to the land of purity. It was his first dearest wish. The weather was excellent for the for the time of the year, so he made a way towards the east. He started the journey with his lead stick in his hand. In the third year of Shuangchun regions, protected by his ancestors, he crossed several countries and diverse customs and survived many dangers. He suffered scorching heat and freezing cold, passing through many places before reaching his destination. When we were speak when we speak of the search for the truth, it depends on whether or not one can see the difference between the theories of emptiness and existence. The research of the scarred teaching depends on whether or not one has heard of the teaching of birth and death. Doubts about the sea of truth must be resolved so that all living beings may awaken from the stream of illusions. Damn, how long is this? Every piece of writing discovered was examined with a fine-tooth comb. And not a single item was ignored. After traveling for many years, he returned home. He reached Chang'an in the first month of the 19th year of Xishang region. He brought with him over 650 books, which he translated into Chinese by the imperial decree. Master Shangchung's personal visits did 110 countries and learned about a further 28 countries. Some of them are mentioned in the history records of early dynasties. Others are still unknown to us today. All of them are influenced by the spirit of harmony and enjoyed the empire's favor. They have paid homage to him and acknowledged his authority, and they have walked mountainous paths to pay his tribute. Their envoys were entertained so well at court that they clapped their hands and laughed. We must consult ancient books to learn about their industries, local customs, geographic, and what conditions there are like. These days we can also ask older people. Although those countries are far away, they appear here before our very eyes. Okay. Oh. Oh god, more. How long is this shit? I'm not so good at reading. In ancient times, the pillars were held up, the sky collapsed, light chi and dark chi blended in the ensuing chaos. In the middle, into the midst of the dark chi, swelling up from the ground, stepped a divine being, a goddess. Our goddess was deeply mysterious. Very little is known about her to this day. People know her as Jingchu, while many call her the plague goddess. Jingchu detested humans from the beginning. She retreats to the solitude of Ying Mountain, where she is still said to reside today. Even the goddess of light Qi did not realize Jingchu existed for a long time. The plague goddess is moody and unpredictable, and she doesn't care about other beings, not even her own followers. She likes to play pranks and experiment Jesus with human nature. And so she grants her followers supernatural powers and she chooses watching them tortures others and destroying itself. In antiquity, Qingxi worship is among the humans and spirits filled with dark qi were willing to be treated this way as Qingxi's power allowed them to practice cultivation. Their loyalty, however, meant nothing to the plague goddess, and once she had grown bored with them, she abandoned her living toys. Without the goddess' guidance, some of them were unable to withstand the dark qi and were driven insane. The strong among them developed different types of skills and various factions emerged over the generations. The Nauru sect is particularly noteworthy. The Nauru are followers of Qingxu and were among the first students of Dark Qi. Over time, some of them became priests of the plague goddess, and their descendants still pray to her. The Nauru were a large clan in ancient time, but vanished after the cataclysmic shift of heaven and earth, and most of their skills were forgotten. These days, there are only isolated clans that still worship the plague goddess. If there are any Mayu witches left, that's where they will be found. Jesus, a lot of text. Even more. How nice. Just a moment. There was a fisherman in Funchal whose wife bore a son in the first month of the year. The child was born with a birthmark which resembled a bum. His parents took pity on him and called him Heavenly Fire. A burn. Oh, I read it as an M. Heavenly Fire was always different, even as a child. He dreamed every night. People always called him Xinghao in his dream. He always cried when he woke up. The family consulted and learned Confucian scholar about this matter. About the matter. They knew that Conchi was a famous city in the Central Plains, more than 2,000 miles away. Many years ago, it had been burned to the ground in a war. Now the city is a mass grave and home to the souls of those who died unjustly. The family thought an evil spirit had possessed Heavenly Fire and invited a Daist sage to exorcist it. The Daist expert chanted a mantra. Gaunt skeletons, you are naughty but evil. Autumn's river in the moonlight. All three on the bluff. Bluff? What the fuck is bluff? Whenever he chants this, Heavenly Fire cried out loud, and his voice keened like sharp silk until he coughed up blood. The scene repeated for 3 days. Confounded and shocked, the diced sage returned defeated. Later, Shenren Nongshu traveled to this place and encountered heavily fire. During the long walk, she suddenly looked astonished. Her young servants asked what was the matter. Then Shenren replied that heavenly fire was the reincarnation of one of his former students who had done evil deeds that harmed others and himself. With these words, the master took off her mask and gave it to Heavenly Fire. When Heavenly Fire saw her sacred face, he was unafraid. The Senran knew instantly that Heavenly Fire had lost his 100 years of cultivation at a single stroke. He was exhausted and far from reaching the level of Heavenly Monchar. So the Senran plucked the 5 strings of her kunpin and played a song. Then she left. From that day forth, Heavenly Fire had no more nightmares.
Plague goddess? And the blight beast on top of that? Is the global conflagration of 70 years ago repeating itself?
Maybe.
The Grand Master and the Grand Summoner have already set off into the underworld themselves to find a cure for the Lunar Crown Tree. And Lieutenant Yue, he said he wanted to capture Hao Tsang, and then a moment later, he vanished. That doesn't sound good. The Blade Heart has been damaged for years, and we're right in the middle of a major war. Its soul force is unstable, and I fear that if we don't stabilize it in time, it will disappear completely. Luckily, you're already here in Cloudrise. That shouldn't be too difficult. This panda next to me, excuse me, I mean Master Konvuzi, he's a master swordsmith and knows the 3 swords very well. He must be able to help you avert this disaster.
The Bladeheart fragment has been weakened for many years, and it still hasn't been able to bind itself to your spirit completely. Its soul force is almost exhausted, and it has retreated deep into your subconsciousness. If you are unable to get it back soon, I fear it will disperse completely. Just a little thing, as long as Genren Jishar agrees.
But Chenren Shishia comes and goes like the wind and hasn't been seen for days.
Oh, alright. Then with Chenren Suyin's help...
Have you forgotten that he has been traveling for a long time and hasn't been heard from for a while now?
The hell is that voice?
Oh, you two. Well, if that's the case, that makes things more difficult. Alright. Meditate for a while first. Moji, Suji, and I will help you stabilize the Bladeheart so that it doesn't become scattered.
I'm fine, thank you.
You were contaminated with so much negative chi in the Valley of the Hundred Grasses. You should count yourself lucky that it doesn't scatter immediately. And you still expect it to romp around happily?
Yeah.
Of course the Master can help him. It's just that this spell to get rid of the negative chi...
Wait. Di Wang's sacrifice formation is very complex and requires special materials. Luckily, some of them are stored in Cloudrise. Go straight to Qiaotong Palace and ask Tang Kan for them. That'll save you having to look all over the place for them. One red flamestone, 5 pieces of Phoenix Breath Jade, and 100 grams of Phoenix Scale powder. Once you
I already
have all
forgot.
the ingredients, come and find me on the Terrace of the Hanging Sword. Moji and Sujie, you come back with me to prepare everything.
X. Well.
Our Cloudrise has existed for over 900 years already. You will never find rarities more easily than here. You're asking for 3 things at once. I'm afraid that Skinflint and Yan Fei won't be too pleased. All right. I'll write him a letter and explain everything in detail. Take the letter to the warehouse and hand it to Yan Fei. Whether or not he helps you is entirely down to your luck.
Oh shit. Rip. Oops. I don't know.
My friend, have you ever seen the person in this picture? He's called Hao Tsang, and he's a novice serving under the leader of the Valley of 100 Grasses. He's also the traitor who stole the unnamed sword.
That bloody Tong Khan always keeps getting me into trouble. He knows that I hold them in great esteem. If the Sword Bladeheart is in trouble, how could I stand by and do nothing?
I mean...
But these 3 things you're asking for are no ordinary things. That really makes me...
mad?
Ah, to hell with it. Who else would use them anyway? But I'm only loaning them to you. You must promise to bring them back if at all possible.
Why would I?
I'll remind you of that if necessary. Okay, start by taking the red flamestone. You can get the Phoenix Scale powder and the Phoenix Breath Jade from the weaponsmith Qing Hui. Ask her if she'll give you any.
Breath Jade? I'm afraid I don't have enough of it myself right now.
Give me that shit.
It's all their fault. The Phoenix Breath Jade I've just received ended up in their bellies before it could even get warm in my hands. If you bring it back to me, I'll give you half. That's even better then. Take this Jade Shard. You should be able to use it to lure out those gelatinous beasts.
Oh.
In combat.
How do I use the other skill? A X. With RX? I don't fucking know what that is. Oh, oops.
I have made countless weapons before, but I don't know how to use them against crystal tigers. I should probably work on my fighting technique too.
Ok.
Here you go. 2 pieces of the Phoenix Breath Jade are yours. Oh, and if you ever need your weapons polishing and restoring, just come to me.
Maybe.
Click on the interface with the left mouse button to show the information on this quest.
Well then.
Oh. Accidentally skipped it.
You are in your own soul world. Free your spirit from negative chi.
It almost collapsed and is too weak now. It probably isn't enough just to eliminate the negative chi.
But don't worry, there's another way. You return to your school and go to the place of designation. There you can borrow the relics of the previous Swordmaster. As long as the Bladeheart fragment is still alive, it should react.
Amazing.
sacred valley where Cloudrise is located is enormous. The whole of Shenzhou would fit inside it. To facilitate communication between the various schools of the Qin League, they built bases near Cloudrise. They are constantly guarded. New students can return to their respective schools from the plateau of torrential fog.
Click on the interface with the left mouse button to show the information on this quest.
I have a lot of quests. I'm going. Oh my god. Can I just. Oh. After clicking the quest later when I'm somewhat ahead of the quest. Don't like having so many quests open at once.
There you are. So this is the Flowerfall sword fragment. Good. It looks like Patriarch Nangshu has a worthy successor too. I've only heard of her.
What happened to my hair? What the hell?
If she was still alive, I'd ask her advice about the Rage of Clouds and water skill. You haven't completed the Warlock Guard training yet. It's too early to say things like that. A cousin of mine once said the same thing. He's more skilled than I am. It's like you said. It's only training. How can he have failed to pass it? But he died a year after entering the underground temple. He took his own life. The underground temple is cold and dark, untouched by a single ray of sunshine. He couldn't bear the loneliness, so he drowned himself. His body was never found.
It's kinda dark. Not gonna lie.
Master Kunwutsa is already here. You're a student, so listen to all his instructions. The deception is getting ever stronger.
When you're holding it in your hand, it's also time to surrender yourself over to the lunar mirror of distant dreams.
Of course it sounds familiar. Before her enlightenment, the goddess Yaoqi took this artifact with her wherever she went. Every student knows that it's extremely useful.
one lunar mirror of distant dreams in the whole world, and it's kept in intoxicating dreams. My master is actually quite stingy, so how could he?
How could her?
Pardon?
My master likes to save his money. Why did he give you that? What you're holding in your hand right now is just, how can I put it?
A core imitation?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean.
If you two keep bickering, I'll make you guard the fire pit for a month. You now have the lunar mirror of distant dreams. If you're lucky, you'll be able to use pets to connect to it and visit unexplored places. And you can even use it to work out the future from the present and the past. I'll cast the spell for you this time.
Ow.
It'll be helpful if you can awaken your blade heart.
Give me some money. I like some money.
Thank you, Patriarch Jing, for helping us to preserve our soul core. But I've heard that this magic interferes with cultivation, or aren't you feeling well?
Doesn't matter, I'll recover soon. Then I'll be fine again.
It's a pity I already have a master. Otherwise, I could join forces with you, and this injury would heal immediately.
Thank you, Patriarch Jing, for helping me to heal the Flowerful spirit. It was worth the long journey from Kwanlun.
Speak of the devil, does your master have thousand-mile eyes, or is he just well-informed?
I think I have just attracted a ray of divine thoughts from my master.
There's no need to hesitate if you're already having doubts. Flowerful sword, Patriarch Jing has rescued you. I'll give you to him. Are you ready?
That depends on Patriarch Jing.
I will cherish this sword like a close friend. We shall be inseparable in life and death.
Flowerful. Go.
I have acquired a master, and I will always accompany him. The earth and heaven shall be my witnesses.
Wait, what? That was it? Think of a way to awaken the blade heart. Okay. Oh.
There's a real resonance. This method seems to work. When the three swords were sleeping in the Qiandun Stonehouse, I used my soul force from the blade heart to set up a dream world called Intoxicating Dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Only those chosen by the blade hearts of the three swords can use the soul force of the fragment to sense the blade hearts and connect with them. This way, their spiritual consciousness can even enter Intoxicating Dreams. It is home to many blade heart fragments, and also the treasures and rare talents I have discovered over the years. If you're lucky, you'll encounter them in Intoxicating Dreams.
The main section of the Lunar Mirror of Distant Dreams is here. If you wish to use it in the future, you can connect to it by moving your heart.
What? Receive skill. My god, there are like so many quests already.
Are you afraid?
No.
Easier said than done. Your training started the moment you entered the Hall of Reapers.
The Hall of Reapers.
You're looking into my eyes.
Wise. What the fuck?
Curiosity is not a bad thing for young people. I know that you have a lot of questions now. Unfortunately, I can't answer the ones you have now for the time being. There are certainly things that you will know once you have completed the token ceremony and become a real Reaper. A real Reaper like Jing, Feng Yisheng, and Fu Ling, for example. If you still don't understand, you can see it for yourself with my eyes.
Does it even have eyes? Dun dun dun. More quests.
Heard it said that if you betray the holy secret after the seal, you get punished.
Oh. Oh, Jesus. I'm not even on the ranking, so why would I even look at it? Just a drop by, okay.
Be quiet. I'm playing Grandmother's Footsteps.
That doesn't even mean. What the fuck?
Did you see the little girl? She's my neighbor's youngest daughter. Her name is Armand. Her father died on Taihua Mountain, and her mother died in the Valley of 100 Grasses. Their bodies are still on their way now, and will only be transported here in 2 days.
Alright.
Armand has been silent since she received the message, except when she's playing this game. But she plays with so much focus that she doesn't even move her eyes. I've seen so many evil ghosts and monsters, but I find her a bit creepy.
Red creepy.
I can't remember. It's been about 2 days. She doesn't feel tired. That's why I can't fall asleep either. Then take this hidden cup first.
前面那个小姑娘就是阿梦，你要是准备好了，就过去同她说一声吧。
What? What? Huh?
Thanks a lot.
I have no idea what you just did, but okay.
Don't be too polite.
Oh, excuse me, gee.
No. And why all the commotion? He can't go outside as he likes since Reapers entered the underground temple. Have you seen the scorpion on my shoulder? I'll use her to talk to you now. My wife, greet this young man.
Man, I'm a fucking woman.
Didn't the Grand Warlock tell you that this scorpion is my dear wife? And look at her. She's shy when she sees someone for the first time. Isn't she sweet?
Hold up. He married a fucking scorpion and has children with it? Or did I just see that wrong?
Say, aren't you shy? Then... Oh, I understand. You're lucky. My wife has heard that you're the one that caused an uproar in Taihua Mountain and Heavenly Ridge. She wants to size up your poisonous insect technique. Do you want to?
Sure. What? Please queue?
Cannot be cast. 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 Cannot be cast.
Press Q. What? Hold press Q to use the summoning warp scroll. Okay, well, yeah.
Cannot be cast. Cannot be cast. In combat.
I have no idea what I just did, but okay.
Don't worry. Keep doing what you're doing. She always acts like a baby to me.
Hello, Butterfly Master Funying. Okay. What the hell is this though?
That's a curse.
Okay.
It's not fatal, but it'll be annoying day and night. Do you want to try it out? Don't worry, I'm standing right behind you. Hold this soul butterfly tight.
Oh.
Moon essence.
used. Cannot be used.
Oh god. Why? In the ancient time, Xingyong traveled the world on a spiritual journey. One can find a calm mountain glen and a deep valley between Haobai and Xinjiang. I have no idea. He called it the Valley of the Hundred Crests as he loved the green grass, the flowers and the trees. Shangnong has been living in the valley for several years. He also been ideal, how the fuck do you say it? For some years. He planted a yellow sap tree by hand. At first it was merely as thick as a child's arm, but it kept getting thicker. He used to lie under a tree by himself and looked up at the stars and down at all things. After Shenglong's death, he started to see things for what they are, to recognize disasters and issue warning. But the warnings of the lunar crown tree were not at all clear, and only a handful of people were able to anticipate. But it doesn't say that, anticipate, what the fuck. One or two of them. The Valley of the Hundred Grass was spared several the Valley of Hundred Grasses was spread several times for thousands of years thanks to the power of the lunar crown tree. More than 70 years ago, after a Mohist by the name of Chang has dedicated himself to research, his understanding provides a new advanced for the lunar crown tree and allowed the Mohist to constantly interpret the tree's warning. Whatever. Should I read another book? Oh. Can I just get it over with then? Oh, so long. Well, people know that there are... people know that there are but a few sword fighters in the Nuwa clan. What few realize is that Ying Nashu, leader of the Lao clan from Heavenly Ridge, is a talented sword dancer. Indeed, she is renowned as the greatest sword dancer west of Banhan. Her connections to the sword dancing goes back to her childhood experience. Accompanied by her parents, Ying Chong once entered the ground temple at Heavenly Ridge to pay worship to the goddess Nuwa, sealed scared object. But she was so intimidated by the aggressive power that she didn't say another word. Her parents prayed day and night and even sent to Spiritolopus asking for help, hoping that she would soon recover. 1 year later, an emissary from Spiritopoulos sent her 7 sword dancing pupils. Intensely, Ying Nashu merely stared, unspeaking, at the puppets. day in, day out. But the following year, sometime before the Baukau festival, she had an epiphany and danced with the swords before the statue to Nuwa. From then on, she was enlightened woman, a master of the dancing swords. Ying Nashu has a gentle and friendly temperament. From her young years, she enjoyed the tough training of the God-fearing Nuwa clan, mastering the magic technique of the Nuwa sect. Unlike the former heavily rich chiefs, she went on spiritual journey not only to visit the picturesque sites on the central plain, but also 6 other Nuwa clans who remained in the upper world to guard the sacred objects. On her travels, she met Shenren Xinyin from the heavily ramparts fortress, who was also making a spiritual journey. She learned that the brave blade heart of her beloved Flowerfall sword was damaged, and used the sacred lotus of the Ying Spring from the heavily rich to repair it. The sword spirit was overwhelmed by her generosity, and as Xingren Xinyin saw that it was prepared to bind itself to a new owner, he gave Ying Nashu the sword. Oh, more. Nice. As the flower fall sword contains the power of water, it harmonized well with the Yinghan spring. Ying Nashu left the sword in the spring water for several years to restore its blade heart to its original state and further intensify the power of water. Legend has it that Ying Nashu, after retrieving the waterfall sword from the Jin springs, often danced alone with her sword in the lake of Azales. One day, when a rainstorm clouded the mountains in mist, Ying Chun transferred her soul force into the waterfall swords. The Nawa magic was immediately compatible with the sword. A sudden burst of water energy broke forth, raging like an angry dragon. The sword transformed the mist into thick clouds, swirling the falling petals into tiny vortex. Ying Nashu stood in the midst of the falling azalea blossom, holding the sword aloft. She seemed both surprised and delighted. After a certain amount of training, she finally developed a spell which became known as the Rage of Water and Clouds. Unfortunately, both Nuwan's magic and the power of the falling Flowerfall sword are required for the spell, which is why it cannot be taught to other people in the clan. Ying Nashu wanted to find a way to solve the problem in the future, but when the trouble broke out in the Shin Mazalon, she led her people into battle, never returning. It's kinda dark.
You look very young, but you act so even-handedly. Just like Yin Yen when he was still a little child. No, he's a Grand Warlock now. You can learn from him, but not become him.
既然如此，那这招也是时候传授给你了。
What the heck？
你这就去找蝶州府令，他自会指点于你。
那些灵兽走火入魔，去问尔等欲生欲死。欲生我杀之，在护持转世；欲死我亦杀之，魂飞魄散，尸骨无存。
弟子早就问过，他们都不愿堕入邪道。
当断则断，有些血性。你奉大巫祝之命前来学艺。我为人偶，不能持久。若有疑难，日后可请教凤翼与凤晓，他们是我一双儿女，聪明捣蛋。时辰不早，你这就回去向大巫祝复命。
Incantation is a core Reaper resource. Performing Spirit Strike continuously can restore the incantation. Reaper resource. Consume Edge to perform Moonsickle. Heart Eater can deal damage over time to the target. Try to keep the Heart Eater effect on the target during combat. Consuming incantations and performing War Moon can deal more damage to the target. This is one of the main Reaper DPS skills. When attacking an enemy, a certain percentage of the damage dealt by the spell will be stored in the Light of Silence. The damage stored in the Light of Silence can be released by performing Wheel of Frost.
How do I use that skill though? Alt X? Oh, okay, okay.
You don a mask as soon as you join us. And now comes the seal. For the rest of your life, only Goddess Noir will be able to see your feelings and emotions. No problem. Do you know that once the seal is engraved on your brow, it will cost you your life, should you dare to betray the holy secret?
Ok.
Good. I will let you know when the right time has come. Since you have chosen to accept the seal, you must study this article on Sky Patch repair carefully, and always bear it in mind.
You've been away for so long. I've been waiting for you for a while. Let me ask you, has your connection with the Blade Heart weakened again following this journey? Don't get your hopes up. This method can only heal the symptoms. If you wish to find a remedy for the cause, you will need to go to the Heavenly Ridge yourself and ask for Diwang's sacrifice formation to be performed.
I noticed that the voice acting is not the same as the text below.
Well, this formation is driven by the power of yin and yang.
Well, most times it is, but
It is said that a single yin
Yeah.
is not born and a single yang does not grow.
yeah, this whole line is like different.
Take the chi in order to retain the yin and yang, and I will be with you quickly.
Oh, they don't understand what you're saying. Don't waste your breath. I have everything you need. The remaining Crimson Cloudstones used for soul control are a speciality of Wusai Village on the Heavenly Ridge. You can find them yourself when you're there. If you're having any difficulties, ask the young summoner, Feng Ming.
By the way, it is said a number of Wu Jiao nocturnal spirits recently appeared in Wutsai village. They look strange and emit negative qi. We must carry out our duty and be on guard for anything, no matter how small. If Nuwa's holy artifact were damaged through our negligence, we would deserve 10,000 deaths.
How do I get those though? I read this. So why is it up here if I already opened it? Okay. Oh god. I opened another book. Oh god. The Heavenly Ridge is located in the southwest of the Shu region, next to the Yunnan and the Tibet. The members of the Liao clan who live there are a branch of the Nuwa devotees. When Nuwa entered the underworld, they obeyed her instructions to remain in the upper world. After a long period of development, the Heavenly Ridge has become a place of pilgrimage for the goddess Nuwa's devotees. In the meantime, the Liao clan built a resplendent Nuwa temple in the underground of Heavenly Ridge. There is a bottomless cool pool in the temple where the legendary Yingquan Hell of the Nine Springs is said to be located. What's Yingquan? People have held different opinions since ancient times. Some people think that 9 means extreme, so Yin Quan refers to an extremely deep underground spring, but in the eyes of the student, the upper world already has many underground Yin springs, and Yin Quan is simply the largest. But why is it still here though? I just read it. Can I not remove it then? Okay. I don't get it. Okay, I just cleared it, I guess.
No, you definitely won't be disturbing them. But don't be scared if you see nocturnal spirits. If someone annoys them, then there'll definitely be trouble. Huh, yes, they look a little strange. When I saw them for the first time, I was scared out of my skin. Young summoner? She's currently chatting to some nocturnal spirit messengers in Woodside Village.
生灵圣心血，突然赴我间。
Is this demon sword the reason why you transform?
Not the only one. When the people of He Chao invaded the royal court, their demon swords were already very brittle and on the verge of cracking. When they broke, the resulting explosion...
The people from He Jiao are attacking the southern regions and killing everyone there. It reminds me of something that happened over 50 years ago.
I'm from Heavenly Ridge. I've heard the whole story of Wu Zhao's downfall and the destruction of the land. But I never would have thought...
But
胜负都算寻常事。若
the
是堂堂
fucking
正正
voice
战败，
acting is like
哪怕生死当场，
what the fuck?
我等也不会有半句怨言。
You mean that they're using the demon sword? Just look at how we look. I shouldn't have to point that out again. The dark and negative chi has penetrated. You have suffered so much. That's why we're asking the Heavenly Ridge to grant us access to the Yinhua source, to help us come back to our senses and alleviate. I feel
fuck?
sorry for you, but the Yinhua
I'm not
source
even
is a
pressing,
holy
like,
place for the
move
Heavenly
on.
Ridge. Not even my master can make that decision alone. He has to consult the Patriarch. Understood.
The fuck?
Yilang.
It's hard to follow the story.
Spiritopolis will make a fair decision. I'll take my leave. I don't know what the Mentor and the Grand Warlock spoke about. I found it almost unbelievable when I first heard about it. But after the Mentor had asked her about the details, there was no longer any doubt. What? Do you somehow doubt the Grand Summoner of the Heavenly Ridge?
Yes.
Don't be so nervous. Diligence is also a good thing. I knew about Hao Sang's machinations, but I've never seen anything like the Demon Sword before. If you're really curious, there are lots of nocturnal spirits in Wusai village. You can ask them.
They say that Goddess Wu Jiao and the He Jiao used to be closely allied clans, but we became enemies after a row between the clan patriarchs 100 years ago. The feud has since turned into bitter rivalry. The balance of power between the two clans is very one-sided. For many years, the Wu Jiao had been winning for the most part, which is why no one, from the king down to the regular folk, took it seriously when we received a message about an ambush by the He Jiao. The commander was the only one who thought that to up, but nobody listened to him. The He Jiao tore through our resistance like bamboo in a raging storm. And suddenly, there they were, standing outside the royal palace. And it was at that moment that people were haunted by the commander's warning, and no one more than the commander himself. He was accused of having conspired with the He Jiao. Long before the invasion of the He Jiao, the general often said that the king's chosen successor was incompetent. He even said that the great god of death once confided in a dream that he could take the successor's place.
A wound caused by a demon sword is very difficult to treat, and it's also possible that the person who's been injured will fall victim to the negative chi, descend into madness and lose their mind. As far as I know, only medicinal herbs containing a lot of malignant chi are of any help. They suppress the negative chi in the body for a short while and can alleviate the symptoms, but they won't strike at the root of the evil.
Gonna finish this one and then I'm gonna go offline. It's been nearly 3.5 hours anyway, so.
Is this even if it's just a splinter, the negative chi that lies within it is not to be underestimated. You'll need to be careful even just looking at it. When they broke, the resulting explosion caused the yin spring to shoot up out of the ground.
How'd you feel? My master and I weren't lying to you, were we? This crimson cloud stone that Venerable Kunwudzu mentioned. I know it, but here we call it Rabbit's Eye. Yes, look, the chain on my arm is made from it. That's what everybody says.
What the fuck?
There are some outside Vusai village. You can search there, and I will send someone to inform the master. Stones have no wisdom. Can you help me stabilize the blade heart? Of course, you have to trust us. My master and the Grand Warlock will be in the Hall of Silence at the moment. Using the power of the Dark Source, they will create a Dihuang sacrifice formation, which will help you to stabilize the blade heart.
Level too low.
What, you supposed to collect those? Where am I though?
I heard that the Great Summoner ascended during the ghost summoning ritual, shrouded in gleaming light like a fire phoenix flying towards the earth. Yeah, I'm gonna end it for here today.
Well, am I supposed to get this on the first day? No, I'm just gonna do it tomorrow if it's an option. See ya.